네, 안녕하세요. 오늘은 2개월간 같이 일했던 일본인 친구하고 인터뷰를 진행해 보았는데요. 이 친구가 호주에 오게 된 배경은 어떠하고 이 친구가 지금 호주에 온 지 8개월이 됐는데 그 8개월 동안 힘들었던 점은 무엇이고 어떠한 점을 배웠는지, 호주에 오는 것을 다른 사람들한테 추천을 하고 싶어 하는지, 일본과 호주의 문화 차이는 어떠한지, 그리고 이 친구가 생각하는 행복의 기준은 무엇인지에 대해서 여러 가지 질문에 대해서 답변을 듣는 시간을 가져보았습니다. 그럼 한번 가보시죠. So let's start interview. So before starting the interview, I want to know your name, your age, and your country.
Okay, my name is Fumiki Yoshikawa. I'm 22 years old. I'm from Japan.
Okay, you're 22 years old and you're from Japan. What brought you to Australia? Why did you come?
So actually, I was Hona student in Japan. So like smart student in Japan.
Smart student.
Yeah. So I hadn't had any problem in my life in Japan, but I hate it. So I'm here for breaking my life. Like I want to go to next step.
So it still confuses me. I mean, you said you're a smart person
I was in Japan. I was like that in Japan.
because why do you think you're a smart person, by the way?
So seiseki, my school score was very good.
You mean in university or high school?
High school and university. So in my life, so I hadn't had any problem in my life. So everything is like smooth, but I hate it.
You hate it. So you wanted to change your life.
Yeah.
So that's why you came to Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. Do you think you have broken your broken stuff, like broken your idea that you used to have in Japan?
Yeah, of course not.
So like what? Can you explain?
So in Japan, when I met face problem, I could handle
handle it. Handle it.
so to issues. But maybe that in Japan, I use Japanese. So in Japan, issues is not difficult for me. But there is a lot of issues, so I can't speak English and I couldn't mention my feeling, explain my feeling, I thinking. But my English was improved by little by little. So just now I can talk with you. So like that.
Can you explain what you have thought about Australia before you came? 本木さんが、以前思ってた考えを説明できますか？
オーストラリアについて。
オーストラリアについて。
Yeah, I know. So there's a lot of people who came from different countries. A lot of countries, like you said, immigrant countries. I thought that.
And anything else?
Actually, I didn't know Australia.
You didn't know Australia.
Yeah, little.
So you, before we came to Park, you mentioned I could have gone to Canada as well, but I said Australia. And
No
what
reason.
do you think? No reason.
No
Just
reason.
you just came here.
So just because I wanted to get the visa, so Australian visa is too easily to get. So that's all reason.
So it's very easy to get Australian visa.
Only one night.
So you don't have to think about
yeah.
a lot of things. By you coming over here, what did you find interesting? What did you find different? And what did you find similar?
For example, in Japan, so everyone is Japanese. So immigrant is very little bit. So I couldn't see like Korean and Chinese and India and Aussie. Also, but there is a lot of country people. So it was so nice experience for me. For example, Aussie English and Indian English is almost completely different. So like accent, but I try to understand. That was so interesting.
So what about something similar? So can you explain things you found similar?
With Japan
Yeah, between Japan
and
and Australia.
I think completely different.
Because there's nothing similar.
Yeah, everything
between
is
them.
different.
And what made you disappointed?
Everything is more expensive than Japan. So for example, tobacco, cigarette, like in Japan we can buy only $5.
$5.
There is too expensive, $30-$40. Too expensive. That disappointed point.
So anything else? Like
No.
a relationship or
You know, my English is not perfect. So sometimes, customer laughing me. So I can't understand what you want to say. But I tried. So explain my job and what I'm selling, like LED light. But they can't understand. So get out, fuck off, like that. But it was not good. But not a lot. Sometimes.
So did you feel so sad? Or
Yeah, of course.
disappointed?
Yeah, what the fuck. Yeah, but yeah, if you come to Japan, you can't speak Japanese. Same situation, but I don't want to do that.
What did you learn in Australia?
Of course, English.
English.
English is most important, and I don't know how can I say, like friendship. So I would say, for example, in the bar, like drink, we hadn't talked like next to chair, like 他の客、他の他人と、not conversation, so 話さない, didn't talk a lot, but sometimes in an Australian bar, so someone told me, hey, what's up, where from, like that. It was so nice, so that was fun.
So ordinary Japanese people don't come
Yeah. Like too shy.
to hang out.
Yeah.
But Western
More
people
more open mind.
are more open-minded and not shy.
Yeah.
But do you think you are more open-minded?
Yeah,
you,
better
you
than
become
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 more
more
funny.
open-minded.
Yeah, of course.
So anything else? What else did you learn?
You learn
English
English,
and
friendly.
becoming more open-minded. What else did you learn? Just whatever.
And skateboard.
Skateboard.
Yeah.
You didn't know
Yeah,
how to skateboard.
Skateboard in before coming.
Okay. Do you want to recommend Australia, living in Australia, to people who want to come to Australia?
Japanese.
Yeah, Japanese people.
Yep. So I think so. If you're Japanese, so you shouldn't work in Japanese restaurant.
Okay.
Understand? Because there are a lot of Japanese, so they speak in Japanese. You can study learning English. That way sometimes I think. And
So you mean the reason you want to recommend Australia to Japanese is because by them coming over to Australia, they can learn
yeah. So,
English.
Yeah, there is a lot of opportunity to talk in English.
So anything else? No. Just
that's it.
English?
Oh, there are a lot of market, you know. Sunday market is good culture. So we can buy something like fresh food and fresh fruits and something like that. It's very good.
But it still exists in Japan. You can go to market and buy
So-
some fresh fruit.
Actually, but not a lot.
Not a
Not a
lot.
lot opportunity. So there's everywhere is whole market, but Japan is not like that.
So what kind of market are we talking about?
So fruit and like accessory and also clothes.
There's not many.
No many in Japan.
Can you explain your previous job?
So
So what was that job?
I was LED light bulb salesman.
Okay.
Yeah. 住宅街 house.
住宅街。
住宅 house, and then I was knocking and I explained my job. So you are using old gloves, so we can replace this with LED lights for free of charge because they have mercury and consume a lot of energy.
Oh,
So
okay.
government try to phase it out.
Your job was to replace the old gloves with new gloves,
LED, yeah.
and you were a salesman. Okay.
Yeah.
So were you happy with your job?
Yeah, of course. Good experience. I had to talk in English with customer, so they couldn't understand Japanese, so I had to speak in English. That is, maybe my English was improved there
Yeah.
of them.
Your English has improved
because of them.
better and better. What about another thing? I mean, you said you put more emphasis on English improvement. Except for that, what else do you think you're satisfied with?